Hello, and thanks for joining us on this presentation. We know your time is valuable, so we'll be brief. We also know that you must be an experienced insurance agent. That's why you were invited to take a look at this presentation. We are looking for leaders in the insurance industry to have a compensated leadership position with our company. We sort of have the solution to most of the problems that an insurance agent faces. As we call it, it's the dream solution to an insurance agent's challenges. And so that's what we're going to be going over today. That'll be the solve the two greatest challenges to an insurance agent. What we want to do is show you how an agent can create a lifestyle rather than just earning a living. My name is Rick Walsh. Thanks for joining us. I have 33 years full-time in the direct sales and insurance industry, most years while practicing as a member of the MDRT, or Million Dollar Roundtable. Been the author of a couple of books and guest on numerous radio and television talk shows, and built sales teams into the thousands. And so I know exactly what an insurance agent needs and wants, and probably that first need is to be in front of more clients. And then secondly, to have more agents in their agency in front of more clients. Well, the answer might be equally simple. To be in front of more clients, buy leads. But the challenge is that leads are getting scarce. Everyone else is doing it, and it's costing more money. So maybe the solution to that is a direct mail campaign to invite people to a dinner seminar. But the challenge here, direct mail costs are going up, response is going down, and a lot of times the public that's joining you for dinner are really just looking for the free meal and not the valuable information that you can impart upon them. Now, if you want to have more agents and you want to have them in front of more clients, well, it's simple. Just recruit more agents. But there's a challenge there also. There are just so many agents in the agent pool, and it's less than half of what it was just a few years ago. And the average age of an agent is nearing 60. And you want to get the agents you are able to recruit in front of more clients, but then again, the challenge there is the same as getting yourself in front of more clients. So I want to give you a little bit of a what-if scenario. What if you could be in front of more clients without any cost to you? What if you could have more agents without competing with other agencies for that dwindling pool of talent? And here's a big one. What if you could override the target premium of agents that are not in your agency? And what if you could get paid to train agents in other agencies, you know, the ones that you get to override? Well, that's why we call this our executive search webinar. We're looking for proven leaders in the insurance industry. And so I want to say congratulations to you, because you've been invited here because you're recognized as a leader in the insurance industry. You, quite simply, stand out from the crowd. You have extraordinary talents and a proven ability, and therefore should have a chance for extraordinary recognition and remuneration. And that's what this webinar is all about. The purpose of this webinar is to talk in your terms. This is not your first rodeo. It's not mine. But would you like it to be your last? What we want to do first is we'll briefly explain our unique opportunity, and then we're going to show you a very unique field management system and explain how you can have a compensated leadership position should you qualify. Our primary product is helping Americans retire with dignity, and we're using the indexed universal life program or policy with living benefits. Because as you know, consumers face three dilemmas when it comes to retirement, and the first is not getting to retirement. It's living too long and outliving their retirement income. And the ultimate benefit of the program is retirement income for life, and we can do that in an income tax-free environment. The second dilemma is what if your client becomes ill on the way to retirement and they can't continue to work? What if they're one of the 67% who will suffer a heart attack, stroke, or cancer before age 65 and they can't work to fund their retirement account? That's where the living benefits kick in. We'll fully fund it immediately, and we can do that, of course, in a tax-free environment. And consumer dilemma number 3 is dying too soon. You see, If your client dies, their family is left with an underfunded retirement account. Again, we could fully fund that immediately and do that in a tax-free environment. We do have all of the pieces of the puzzle together, whether the client lives too long, becomes ill on the way to retirement, or dies too soon. And our agents are doing quite well. Before I even speak to you about the extraordinary remuneration for a leader like yourself, let me just show you what happened Christmas week. And this was our top 10 agents, $7,500 for Paula. And then going up the line, number 6, Lorelei with $11,000. Jeff, $17,350 commission 1 week. And as you know, Christmas week is normally pretty slow. And this was only 7 weeks after we started our campaign to help Americans retire with dignity. At the top of the list was Estrella at $34,000, 1 week's commission. Well, let me ask you, do you remember when? You might even go all the way back to the Art Williams or A.L. Williams days. There was a professional presentation in every city every week. There was a very good platform speaker in the front of the room, and everybody in the audience was able to associate and identify with somebody else. If they can do it, I could do it. Well, along came the Internet, and we all looked to the Internet to do our recruiting and our trainings and our meetings. Did we lose sight of that both avenues to building a business work, whether it be online or face-to-face? We want to go back a little bit to some of the face-to-face and make that an adjunct to whatever you're doing. As a matter of fact, we believe it's time to go back to the future a little bit, and we're going to pay you to take us there. I want to introduce you to the Freedom Academy and the Freedom Equity Group Field Management System. You see, we're putting a compensated city director in every major city in the United States, and also a compensated director in every state. Our goal is to have hundreds of cities opened up with offices, and that is so that an agent in California could sponsor somebody in, let's say, Cleveland, and the individual, the city director there in Cleveland, would be able to hold meetings and presentations for clients, etc., helping everybody from around the country that has clients and or agents in Cleveland to build their business. Could you imagine 400 cities with professional local training? Well, there are advantages to every agent in Freedom Equity Group to having the Freedom Equity Group Field Management System, as we call it. First of all, every agent has the ability that can do some long-distance sponsoring. The new agent has local support. It melds the high tech of the Internet and social media with the high touch of the face-to-face meeting, with professional, compliant presentations everywhere. We even have an optional full-day interactive training that agents can take for themselves or their entire hierarchy. The newest agent is treated as if frontline to the local area coordinator or city director. The advantage to being to the city director, of course, is that he or she is branded as a leader and contributes their lessons and expertise to the Freedom Academy. But they have additional incentives through training fees and area overrides on the target premium and an entire area or city for helping everyone succeed, and that defrays the cost of the office. Why would a new agent want the optional training? That actually runs $299, discounted in the beginning to $199. And there's only one reason an agent would take that training, is if they got far more value than the $199, which they do. Besides the full-day interactive professional training, they're able to audit the course anytime for $25 in any city. And then they get to take home the entire course with the DVDs that are studio quality, high definition. They'll take home all of the training modules and lessons, along with a special training website and a daily video email tip of the day. And if that wasn't enough, we're going to increase the start commissions of those agents by 10%. Our average target premium per case is $3,000 to $4,000, so that's an extra $300 to $400 on the very first case and every case going forward. Well worth the investment by the agent. Along with, as I mentioned, they take home the entire audio, video, workbook, special website, increased commissions, etc. Now, there is a modest annual cost, and that covers our 2-day Train the Trainer program with handouts, the videos, PowerPoints, etc., banners for your meeting rooms, initial inventory of courses, and corporate travel to help you in the local area. The city director position actually may be one person or two people, one experienced in sales and one experienced in insurance training. If it's two people, then the insurance trainer would receive the override on the area's target premium. This individual would also preferably have an office, and the sales trainer would receive Saturday training overrides on that full-day course that's offered. Now, one person might be qualified to fill both roles and therefore would receive the Saturday training override as well as the override on the area's target premium. Hey, by the way, do you recognize this fellow? We mentioned his name before, Art Williams. He started a company called A.L. Williams. You're probably familiar with it. He brought in nearly 1 million new agents into the industry, and he probably made more millionaires than any other company on a $50 a month premium. Our average premium is $300 to $400. And he became a billionaire with the sale of the company. It's now Primerica. You see, insurance companies like to buy back the block of business of large marketing organizations, not to stop the organization. The organization continues, the hierarchies continue, the agencies and cash flow continues, but the person who owned or built the agency has an exit strategy, a very large payday, many times in the tens or hundreds of millions of dollars. Well, how about the thousands of people who helped Mr. Williams create the value for that company? Well, we think that you deserve equity, not trophies. That's why our plan and philosophy is that we're going to build this company together. And then, 5, 7 years, whatever, down the road, we're going to look to sell it back to the insurance industry. Now, of course, like I said, the business will still continue, but those who helped build it, we're going to share that big payday together. That's why we're looking for the key leaders like you around the country. To apply for a position as a city director, please request an application by sending an email to FMS, that stands for Field Management System, at FEG Corp, that's Freedom Equity Group Corporation.com, and put FMS in the subject line. And you might want to look at what's best for you. For example, would you like to be a city director or state director, or would you like to be the sponsor of a city director or state director? Or how about both? You see, this webinar, this executive search, it gives you the ability to approach proven leaders. And now you have what they want. Give them the opportunity to see it. Like I said, would you rather have your own city you override, or would you rather be the sponsor of dozens of city and state directors? The race begins. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and once the areas are appointed, well, they're gone. To tell you the truth, over 40 city positions have already been filled. You have other sources for your due diligence. We do a daily business opportunity webinar Monday through Thursday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. And for sales leaders in the direct sales of the networking industry, we do that executive search on Monday and Wednesday at 5 p.m. Pacific time. And we do an insurance agent executive search webinar like what you're listening to right now, Tuesdays and Thursdays at 5 p.m. Pacific time. Our corporate website is www.fegcorp.com. And once again, to apply, request an application by sending an email to fms@fegcorp.com and put FMS in the subject line. But right now, you want to go back to the individual who referred you to take a look at this presentation and get all of your questions answered. Thanks very much for joining us, and have a great day.